I picked up this 1S recently and it had no power and a faulty CD drive, and I think I paid £35 for it. And the seller said it worked fine. He had been using it, which is true. It does work. You can switch it on with the controller. The reason the power button didn't work is because there is no power button. The power button is missing from the front panel. The CD drive definitely doesn't work. This is what it sounds like when you try to put a CD in. That's the CD drive. We'll look at that a bit later. But in the meantime, and I have some replacement power buttons here from AliExpress. Now these power buttons, these are a little bit too big. So that's what the power button should look like. And that's what I've got. Now looking at that, I don't know what's button and what's not. I have the replacement button, but it's a little bit too big. There's the original, there's the replacement. The replacement button is a little bit taller. What I'm hoping to do, I'm hoping to trim off the rubber top of this replacement one with a scalpel to try to get them about the same size. So I've just trimmed down, that's not too bad, I've just trimmed down the top of the black one on the left there, so the top of the button matches the top of the button on the original switch. I think we'll use some hot air. I'll put some Captain tape over there and a little bit of hot air. Right, that's one switch removed. We'll have to plug that in and test it. I kind of test the pads here because they're already connected to the button, but I don't know if they actually made contact with the pads underneath. It seems solid. Right, so I'm testing this with I've put the top cover back on because obviously it's got to work with the top cover on. So let's just see. If I plug it in, it'll work better. And it does. That's a good fix. So, I'm going to take a look at the CD drive now. Sticks there. Won't go past there. But these cogs, they turn when you move the motor. So I think that's working. Now I've noticed this is moving freely, which kind of doesn't seem like it should be. I wonder if it's just came out of there. This plastic bar here wasn't moving to the front. So what I've done is I've pushed the CD in and I've pushed this metal bar all the way to the front to engage on this cog. And it's pushed this piece all the way down. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the drive back in with the CD in place and see if that's reset the mechanism. It's still not taking the disc. So for the record, I got the same fault with the disc assembly removed. So I've just been looking at this side of the board, and this pin's just came out. So I don't know if this has been jammed somewhere or whether or not it's just snapped now. Let's put it back together and find out. But I've got no idea where this bit comes from. Okay, so with the capture card on, let's try a disc. Now it's not working. So I had it working, but now it's not taking a disc. I took a disc now, and it's ejected a disc. That was the music disc. Let's try it with a game. If I push it in and I eject it, and I push it in again, now it's took it, but it's not reading it. I wonder if it could be a fault on the circuit board rather than the mechanics. Okay, so we're making progress, I think. But it's not reading a disc. It sounds like the disc's not spinning up. So it might be a power fault. There's a slidey bar just here which hits the switch. Now the switch works because I've tested it. So as you push the disc in and you hit, there's a piece under here, as you hit these, the mechanism on the back kicks into play. But there's nothing, and this moves down here, there, but there's nothing connecting anything up to this. So something's broken here, which I think this switch tells the disc to spin. So that's what I've got to find out. I've got to find out there's a missing piece. Could be something to do with this. There's a missing element between pushing the disc in and having this move across. Backwards and forwards. I have a feeling it could be that pin might go in there. I have a feeling that pin might go in there and be connected to that. The bottom of that is this, and that moves across. That moves across there. So I think that pin goes in there like that, but on the other side. Maybe. There's a little hole there, just here, where I think that pin comes off. I think it's connected to this metal piece here. I've got two drives here. This one is the good one, or it's a faulty one, but it's got the part in. And I believe that's the part that snapped off this drive. There's you can see there's a piece missing. There's a pin missing from here. And that's what it should look like. There's what I think is an optical diode there. I think it's just that there in the centre of the screen poking through the bottom metal housing relates to this one. So there must be one underneath that plastic, which must be used perhaps for detecting where the disc is. So I'm wondering if I can get this slidey part out of here and put it in this other one. I've actually forgotten. I forgot what's wrong with this one. Oh, is that it? That's it. So there's the pin. And there's... Is that the plastic piece that snapped off? It is. So actually I could put that whole piece on this replacement one. Let's see if we can take this one off without breaking anything on it. So undone that one. There's one here to take undo. That one moved. Little peg in there that needs to come out. And a peg in here that needs to come out. I think that's it. There you go. So you don't need to take that spring out. That spring's not part of it. So hopefully I can put... There's the broken piece. That's broke off. There it is there. This is the good one. And that's the broken one. Now, so the problem is this piece of plastic needs to go in there. I'll take this board out. So that white plastic hook has to go in there. First. You can just see it there. So we're quite close. There's the moving part. So the peg needs to go through here and into there. I have two pegs and I cannot find either one. There it is. So that peg is now pushed and it should be connected there. Right. So right. I'm getting a bit nervous now. Just making sure I'm putting the right pieces back together. The only other thing that could be wrong is the laser. So I could do this, get power to the get power to the drive, and then the laser might not work. But I do have another laser assembly here, which may or may not work, I don't know. I have a feeling the mechanics on the mechanism that I've just took apart did work, but it was a laser assembly that didn't work. In that case, I've done all this for nothing, other than the learning experience and trying to work out how to fix it. Because I think I could have just used the mechanism out of the one I've just took apart. Swap the boards over, obviously. But you live and learn. This is why we're doing it. Right, we'll try with a dummy CD, music CD first. Let's try it. Let's just see if this is gonna. Can I get a CD in? I think the tray is down. As if it needs to be reset somehow. This is in a different place to where it was. It's normally much further back. That's normally further back there. I think I might try that, put that back on. Something clicked into place. I don't know if you can see that, but something's not aligned correctly in there. God, I opened this morning to start looking at it. It's ridiculous how long it's taken. It's now 6:30 on a Saturday. I'm going to open this up one more time. If it's not fixed by 7 o'clock, I'll have to call it a night. I mean, it looks okay. I'm going to have to call it a night on this one. Come back with fresh eyes tomorrow. I have forcefully moved it to the starting position. Where's my test? Right. Beautiful. Eject. Fantastic. And I can hear it trying to read the disc. So we'll wait for that to boot up. And we'll try again. And we'll see if the laser's working. Who's playing? Skip. Right, moment of truth. Yes, there it is. It's on. Installing. Well, that's it. What a great result. That's the first optical drive that I've worked on, and I've been trying to avoid it because they look very complicated. Hopefully that'll install okay. Brilliant. Time for a beer.